What's up there, YouTube? It's Gores here, giving you guys a deck profile for a super trolly fun deck to play, also very budget. This is Hope for Exodia. Now, the main point of this deck is to create a difference in yours and your opponent's life points, but the other way. You want your opponent to have more life than you, so that you can draw a bunch of cards and then eventually draw into Exodia and get that super sweet animation at the end of the game. So this is a budget version of the deck. I will definitely bring up the upgrades that you can make to the deck, but for now let's just get right into the deck profile. So the first thing we have is our Forbidden 1 cards, so we obviously have to play these because once we have all 5 pieces we win the game, and that's the main concept of the deck. So we play the 5 pieces of Exodia. Next up we are playing 3 copies of Battle Fader. Battle Fader ends the battle phase when your opponent declares a direct attack, so it's just going to prevent your opponent from winning the game, which is half of the win condition of this deck, just stalling out until you can get your draw a bunch of cards combo, draw a bunch of cards, and then win the game off of Exodia. So 3 Battle Fader. Next up we have a playset of Card D. Card D is a really strong card. Basically what it is for this deck is a Pot of Extravagance. It does end our turn when we use it, so during your main phase 1, if it was normal summon that turn, you contribute it, draw 2 cards, and it becomes the end phase. And then you can't special summon the turn you activate that effect, but that's okay because we don't believe in special summoning in this deck. We are just here to stall, wall, and win. So Card D is extremely strong in this deck, just setting back row and then drawing 2 and passing. Next up, we have 3 copies of Zero Gardna. Zero Gardna is another battle stall card in this deck. You contribute it and make it to where your monsters can't be destroyed by battle, and you take no battle damage for that turn. And then the effect can be activated during other player's turn, so you can summon this, pass, tribute it, and negate damage. So, pretty strong card. Next up, we have Legendary Exodia Incarnation. Incarnate is a pretty strong card. It's not necessary in the deck, but I've enjoyed it just because I have summoned it, added back the Forbidden 1 on end phase, kept it alive with Waboku, and then on the following turn, switched it to attack, attacked into something, lost a bunch of life points, revealed Forbidden 1 cards, drew cards, and then flipped up Hope for Escape to draw a bunch more cards. So, pretty awesome card in this deck. Don't need more than one, I feel. You can even replace it with a 3rd copy of Threatening Roar, but I wanted to keep the deck as budget friendly as possible. Next up, we play 1 copy of One Day of Peace. Each player draws 1 card, and then neither player is going to take damage until the end of your opponent's next turn. This card is just really there because you both get to draw, and then it also gives you 1 more turn. Next up, we have 3 copies of Waboku. Your monsters can't be destroyed by battle, and you take no battle damage this turn. Just another battle phase ender. Next up, we play a playset of Reckless Greed. You're going to draw 2 cards and skip your next 2 draw phases, which we're not worried about it, considering the fact that we are running a total of 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. We are running 17, 18 if you include Wall of Revealing Light, cards that are going to stop our opponent from having a battle phase whatsoever. So basically the turn count for this, we don't really care. Next up, we are playing 3 copies of Thunder of Ruler. We activate this in our opponent's standby phase, and they get no battle phase. Frozen Soul, if your life points are at least 2,000 lower than your opponent's, you skip your opponent's battle phase. There is a theme to skipping your opponent's battle phase if you guys have not noticed. Next, we have 2 copies of Threatening Roar. Your opponent cannot declare an attack this turn. Alright, so we're going to get into the draw spells now. We have 3 copies of Accumulated Fortune. You can only activate it as a chain link 4 or higher, and then you draw 2 cards, and you cannot activate this card if multiple effects with the same name are in that chain. However, let's say you activate Accumulated Fortune as your chain link 4, and you have another Accumulated Fortune set. Since there are still no cards in the same name in that chain, you can actually chain the 2nd copy of Accumulated Fortune and draw 4 cards. One of our chain cards that we are going to be playing is Gift Card. This card also has insane synergy with our Hope for Escape because it is going to let us draw another card off the Hope for Escape, and if we have multiple gift cards, if we resolve all 3, that's going to be a total of 4 cards off of gift cards, 4 extra cards off of Hope for Escape that we are going to get. So this is the main card in the deck, Hope for Escape. This card is awesome. So, if your opponent's life points is at least 1,000 higher than yours, you pay 1,000. And then you draw 1 card for every 2,000 points of difference between your life points and your opponent's. So, something cheeky you can do here is you can flip up your Wall of Revealing Light and pay until you have 2000, and then flip up the Hope for Escape to draw at least 3 cards off of 1 copy of Hope for Escape. But if you have resolved all 3 of your gift cards and your Wall of Revealing Light, and you have, let's say, 500 life points left, you are going to draw a lot of cards. You off this 1 Hope for Escape, you will draw a bunch of cards. Or let's say you resolve all 3 Hope for Escapes in a game, you've probably drawn your entire deck at that point, and your opponent is going to lose, whether you are battle phase stalling until you see the Forbidden One, or you are just flipping up and drawing it yourself. So, as you can see, this is a super fun troll deck. You are definitely going to steal a lot of wins with this. You are going to piss off your friends if you are playing this deck against them. They will probably throw their Nintendo Switch out the window. So definitely recommend this deck. Super fun to play. And that animation at the end of Exodia, just obliterate. At the end of this, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So yeah, in the end, all you need, because Threatening Roar is given to you in the Dragon starter deck, all you need to craft are the walls, the Hope for Escape, Accumulated Fortunes, Reckless Greed, and the Exodia himself. So just a very few amount of, I think it's 11 super rares in total, and 1 ultra rare. So only 330 super rare crafting points in order to make this deck. Pretty fun budget deck. Definitely going to piss off your friends. So yeah, if you like this video and you like to piss off your friends, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. It's Gores, signing off.